What up, YouTube? FDY, aka Crypto Funds, back with another episode of Crypto Funds Invest. Welcome. We got a nice little correction going on today, so we're gonna see what's going on with that. I'm gonna look at some levels. We're gonna talk. We got a couple news stories I want to go over. I'm not gonna keep you too long. Nothing really has changed in the crypto market as long as we have, like I said, that Bitcoin ETF flurrying, in the crypto sphere. Then I'm still mega bullish. I will talk about what I am expecting when we do get the ETF, short term and mid term. So thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Check. So right now, let's go to the chart. Let's actually jump to the chart. Bitcoin right now is at 41,915. So we talked about this a couple days ago, talking about everything, all the dips that are coming around before the Bitcoin ETF happens. So anytime I see a dip like right now, before the Bitcoin ETF happens, I'm buying the dip or I'm longing the dip, so to say. I don't think we might get one small or one sort of small or a little bit bigger than this, but still small in the grand scheme of things, flush out before we do get a Bitcoin ETF. Though the Bitcoin ETF is not 100% set in stone, it's probably 98% set in stone. So I'm banking big on this Bitcoin ETF. I'm really hoping that it happens. Like they said, between the 5th and the 10th, it's kind of like too easy. You know what I mean? Like we all like forecasting it. We're all ready, but we're kind of getting restless, So we got probably some big whales, some big institutions trying to get a little bit more Bitcoin before this ETF comes out or is approved. So we don't know how many will be approved. My whole thing is I'm thinking BlackRock is probably going to be approved first. If they do approve one first, since they are the biggest, they have a track record of like 500 ETFs, and they think they got one not approved. So I'm banking on BlackRock to actually get their approval first. But if you watch my videos, like I drew this line, I don't even know when. So we just we're respecting it. We're respecting this line at 41,500. We respect it. But then the mega line in the sand, we can even take this. This is how TA works. We can just pull this line down here, and we can see this intersection right here. So if we do dump, we have upward sloping trend line here, and we have this downward sloping trend line here that we created from this bull flag or this bull pennant, and that's coming in at about 40,500. So we might get a small wick down to maybe 40K, a little bit under 40K. But I'm still expecting us to remain bullish before the ETF comes out, and then when the ETF actually does come out. And when the ETF actually does come out, I'm expecting a nice blast off. So I was one guy, if you want to follow, shout out to Forrest over at Sistine Research. He was one of the guys who helped me throughout the bear market. He was on point. He's one of the guys, one of the few that I actually take pointers from. So he made an interesting post. If you're not following Forrest Sistine Research, make sure you go over on X to follow him, and on YouTube. He was saying base case. This is the base case scenario for Bitcoin, a Bitcoin ETF. He was saying a Bitcoin, and I agree with this, a Bitcoin local top around ETF approval, which I said likely January 10th, maybe 50 to 60K. So that's my base case as well. He says ETH outperforms leading up to approval as money rotates to speculate on ETH ETF, which I also agree with. But then he came back a couple hours or the next day, today, a couple hours ago. He said, if I'm wrong and the Bitcoin ETF insta sends us to 100K, then I have enough exposure to take part in the fund. That's my strategy as well. So I'm thinking, I'm done trying to predict the future. I'm done trying to, position myself for one narrative. So what I'm thinking is, if we do get that Bitcoin ETF, I know we're probably going to blast to between 50 and 60K, maybe. We might shoot straight to 100,000. Now, if that happens, if we shoot straight to 100,000, bro, like, I don't know. I might go buy a Rolls Royce, but that's neither here nor there. If we shoot straight to 100,000, the FOMO is going to be nuts. I do think the base case scenario, though, is we get 50 to 60K and then some sort of nice correction, maybe 30, 40, 50%. We did build that nice floor around 32K. Let's actually go back to the chart. This here. So we still have this major support. If we do break let's say we just, for shits and giggles, let me actually do this. Let's actually go to the daily time frame, because I want to just draw out scenarios that could happen after this ETF is approved, because I want to have maybe 2 or 3 different scenarios that I have a game plan for already. See, that's the thing. People be so entrenched in their own thoughts and their own narrative and whatnot, confirmation bias and all of this. That's how you lose money. That's how you miss out on pumps. That's how I missed out on the first half of 2023 being too bearish, because I thought we was going into a recession. I thought everything was going to happen. I thought the economy was going to go, just recession, unemployment was going to go crazy. Like, do I agree with, or do I think all the numbers are factual that they come out with in the government and the numbers? No, but I did think things were going to be a little bit worse off, and I missed out on the bottom for Bitcoin, so I did get a second chance, but I'm not really tripping about that, because altcoins didn't really start blasting off until like a month or so ago. So, and I can trade, like I keep saying, so I'm not really tripping. But back to what I was saying, this is the scenario that I'm looking at. I'm looking at us to at least go to 50K at the least. 48 was my longer term outlook for, because we hit 48K. It was just major resistance here. This was March of 2022, and we got mega rejected. So 48K is going to be a nice area of resistance. I do think we're going to get there once the ETF or ETFs get approved. But if we blast up there, hold that as support, we're going to blast off, I think 60K probably, or maybe higher, maybe all-time highs. Because, you get to 60K, the FOMO is just going to sit in like, oh, no, like, look at the stock market now. The stock market is almost at all-time highs. People are kind of like, it might be a little bit down today, but like all these things are making all-time highs. So, Bitcoin is just going to probably make all-time highs fairly soon if we can keep this bullish momentum, if we can get these ETFs going and whatnot. But I do think we will get a blow off top. So what I was thinking is maybe we can get up to 60, maybe all-time high, 65, 69, and then we might, 100, Yeah. What do you think? Comment down below. What you think will happen after we get these ETFs approved? Do you think we're going to is this a buy the rumor, sell the news event? Are we going to blast up hard first, then roll over? Or are we going to just blast up to 6-figure Bitcoin? So comment down below. Let me know what you think. Those are my 3 base case scenarios: 48,000, 60K, all-time highs, touch around all-time highs, or just blast right up to $100,000. Like I said, I'm not trying to predict. That's the thing. If you're new to crypto, even if you've been in crypto and the FOMO has set in and you're in a frenzy or whatnot, slow down, relax. Let's get this money. Let's put our thinking caps on, and let's come up with different scenarios and be prepared for all these scenarios, really. So that's what I'm doing. That's my new strategy, just being prepared. But we're just gonna stick to what we stick to this little area right now and just try to get up to 48K, and then we'll see what happens once these Bitcoin ETFs get approved. The overall market today is down. AVAX has finally gotten under 40. ADA is trading that 60-cent mark. Solana is still holding above 100. We're up 2.43. I think we touched like $97, $98 overnight. Ethereum still up, still at 2300. I think we're going to blast up to about 2600, maybe higher once that Bitcoin ETF gets approved. And like Forrest said, we don't know how much FOMO is going to start setting in once it's like, okay, the Bitcoin ETF is approved. Now let's move over to Ethereum. Then the capital rotation will start going into Ethereum. Ethereum is my biggest holding, so I hope so. Overall market is down. Some of the coins that I want to get in are not at my price levels to buy yet. So we'll see what happens with the overall market, and then we'll go from there. One thing that I did want to look at before I got out of here is Donald Trump. This is not political before you start getting upset. Donald Trump, this is still crypto related. Donald Trump actually has sold all of his NFT earnings from his NFT sales. So this is from Arkham. So he says, looks like Donald Trump is selling his ETH. 3 weeks ago, he started sending ETH to Coinbase after months of accumulating Trump NFT royalties, as he just sold so far 1,075 ETH for about 2.4 million. So he's probably just gearing up. He got money, You know, I know he's dumping out a lot of money for all these trials and what's going on, but you know, 2.4 million to his presidential campaign is not too shabby. So we will keep our eye on that. And one thing we can learn from this is take profits, because a lot of people diamond hand up, diamond hand down. I've been there. I'm not taking nothing away from you. I've been there. I diamond hand all the way up. You know, I was, doing backwards flips, or, in the backyard, acting like, I was rich. And then we, rode it all the way back down in 2022, feeling stupid. So looks like Donald Trump took profits, which I encourage everybody to do, especially if you're up, so much. You start like in this bull run, if you're positioned, you're going to be up massively, but just remember to take profits. Remember to take profits. It's coming from me. It's coming from me, your boy. I've been there, and it's not a pretty thing when you see your portfolio go all the way up and all the way down. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, this is FDY, aka Crypto Funds. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the CFC, the Crypto Funds community. We are trying to become millionaires, period. Hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.